Hey guys, it's Alex. Welcome back to another week in my life vlog. I started this weekend off at the dentist getting a cleaning, much needed cleaning. If you haven't scheduled yours for this year, do it. Be an adult. And I also ran by the Union Square Farmers Market, which is always a nice stroll. I didn't get anything, but just got to enjoy the vibes and the views. Then grabbed some coffee at Blue Bottle and sat at the bar at Union Square Cafe for a little brunch. I got some French toast. Their French toast is amazing. I highly recommend it if you're going there. Hello and welcome back to another vlog, another week in my life. It is now Sunday the 26th. I am about to head out here in Brooklyn to the Le Capra Roastery to meet up with someone I met while living in Chicago. And we just kept in touch on social. She's moved back to Brooklyn to Bed-Stuy, which I was talking about in my last vlog, was the first neighborhood that I lived in when I first moved to Brooklyn in 2013. So yeah, that's what's going on today. And I'm gonna come back and cook and have a pretty chill Sunday. It's nice enough outside. It's like a little bit overcast, but I'm looking forward to just hanging a little bit this morning. Glad that she was up for like early morning hangout because I'm such a morning person. If you've been here for a while, you know that. Alrighty, so back with the mic. This is the start of a new vlog. So welcome if you're new here. Welcome back if you are returning. If you're new here, my name is Alex. I'm 34 years old. I live here in New York City, in Brooklyn to be specific. I like to share about life in New York City from my unique perspective, use this as a creative outlet about all the things I'm passionate about, food, wine, all things olfactory, fragrance, all those good things, hosting, spending time with my loved ones here in the city and when I'm traveling. So yeah, if you like it here, please subscribe. I do have a goal to get to 1,000 followers within the next 6 months. So that's starting from January, and that's a tall order, but I'm really locking in and I have to set a goal somewhere. So yeah. I am really pushing it on time, which is unusual for me, but I'm taking a car, so I'm kind of not pushing it on time. I need to put on boots, put on a coat, put on a scarf. I don't think I'm using gloves today. And get out the door and down the street to the Le Capra Roastery. I'll take you all with me. Alrighty, we are back inside. Oh, I feel like that's so close. Alrighty, it is still Sunday. We are back inside. I am buzzing. We sat and talked for hours and really caught up and had a lot of great laughs. But I had too much caffeine. I had a pour over. I wanted to try one of their geisha coffees, and I also wanted a cardamom latte. And one thing about me you all may not know, you might have noticed if you've been here for a while or if you know me personally, I love coffee. I love good coffee. I'm going to have coffee pretty much every day if it's up to me. I have one coffee to start my day, and after that, there is no more coffee. At around like age 28, I became more sensitive to caffeine, and I was not able to just like drink it throughout the day. So I knew that going into this morning when I had 1.5 coffee drinks, because the pour over, I didn't even finish the pour over. I was like, I didn't finish the pour over, so it's okay to get the cardamom latte. I did finish the cardamom latte, and all we had was a cardamom bun. I had a cardamom bun and some of the almond croissant and a piece of like another like pastry cookie. So yeah, I came back in the house and I've been ravenous. So I'm putting some spanakopita in the oven. I've been noshing on like anything I can get my hands on. So far I've had an orange, some handfuls of chips, a half a cookie, and some cold chicken breast. I thought about ordering in, but I was like, that's going to take too long, and I'm just like noshed on too many things, and I'm cooking today. I don't know how much of the spanakopita I'm going to eat, but it was part of the meal prep for the week anyway. I am currently about to make jollof and asun. Asun is something, it's basically like a sauteed goat with a pepper sauce, like really spicy, usually had with a drink, according to my boyfriend. And I'm making the asun for the first time, but I've made jollof before. So I'm about to make that, but I need to process all the vegetables. We'll wash them off, process them, and then get started with the rice. And then I will prep for the asun after that. So yeah, that's what we're about to get into. I'm going to keep drinking water and eating things and moving around. I walked back home, which is like a 20-minute walk, stopped at the grocery store, so I got some of my jitters out. But when I walked in, I was like, whoa, I am buzzing. So yeah, I'm going to film some of this while I'm going along so you all can see some of it and try to film so I can compose a TikTok of it as well. I will chat with y'all soon. Later. So this week's recipe, as I mentioned, I made asun as well as some jollof rice. I have gotten better at planning what I'm gonna make, anticipating, kind of what my appetite is. If I have a meal that I'm really excited about at the moment that I know I can eat a couple times until the excitement wears off, I know I can focus in on that. But I've had more success cooking at home because I enjoy it, as I mentioned. But one area that I face challenges in is figuring out when to film and how to plan around that, because I'm filming the food that I eat. And if you've ever eaten and managed your own diet, you know that things are not as consistent and predictable as we might always want them to be, especially if we're keeping things interesting. So I've struggled with, sometimes I'm making the same thing over and over, and it's like, okay, well, we need to make the same TikTok about this recipe, right? Or I just want to eat and get it over with, and it's like, I don't have time to film this, and just trying to properly plan out when I'm gonna film and cook around all the other things that we have going on in life. It's just another challenge. It's not, impossible to do. It's just that I won't catch every single thing I cook, which is not my objective. I don't want to record everything that I cook, but there are some recipes that I list out that I know I want to attempt or repeat and capture in content as well. So still managing that, but I'm really happy to be sharing what I am making. Oh, this was not that meal. That was actually some lamb meatballs and spanakopita over a tzatziki that I had for lunch on Monday or Tuesday. But yeah, overall, I'm just really happy that I've started to figure out how to, number one, eat at home more and stop ordering in as much, and planning my groceries and things around that. Capturing the cooking content, which I love to do. I love to cook. I love to make the content. I love to share it, and hopefully waste less food, but also just starting to plan out and even execute the recipes that I put on, my ambition list of recipes. This is me talking to my friend Ben in the gym. We run into each other at Blink sometimes. I was telling him that I was so distracted when I started my workout. I did a whole 3 sets of an exercise without turning on my watch to monitor the exercise. But yeah, just wanted to chit chat with you all a little bit about how I'm thinking about cooking and sharing that cooking content. Hello and welcome back. It is now Friday. I don't know where the week has gone, but truly, I don't know where the week has gone, but she went by quickly. And after I had my in-office day on Tuesday, I was honestly pooped and trying so hard to get back into my routine and things. And that is so important to me. I've said this for so long. Ritual, regimen, routine. Speaking of which, I'm making my morning coffee in my cute little French press until I get a Breville Bambino. Okay, just putting that out in the air, manifesting that. So yeah, being in a good routine, going through certain rituals, having things on repeat in my life, a certain level of wow, a certain level of predictability and like returning to center is so important and beneficial to me. Oops. So it's been kind of tough. And knowing that my job is supposed to be spending more time in office eventually, stressing me out. But you know what? No one's really pressing me about it. So I'm going to relieve myself of that stress and not stress myself about it. But yeah, what else has been going on? I have plans tonight. My boyfriend and I are going to check out a new place in our neighborhood, Dambala. It is from Cafe Urzuli, or like the owners or whatever, investors, I don't know, the management of Cafe Urzuli. And it's like literally across the street from Urzuli from what I can tell. So we're going to swing by there and maybe hit one of our other neighborhood spots. And then tomorrow I'm going to go to brunch with my little cousin. Not a crazy eventful weekend, but I do need to plan out some grocery trips and things. I'm really trying to focus on making most of my meals at home and not eating out as much. It's like a budget focus, but it's also just like a health focus and also a content focus because I'm making food content, which is another thing I need to do. I've been editing this food TikTok for days. I need to do that this morning. I have to do that today. So yeah, getting ready to restock on groceries and everything and plan out meals for the next week, getting ready for the new week and also just for the new month. Tomorrow's February 1st. And I truly feel like January was a trial month, okay? When it comes to workouts, when it comes to like, you know what, I would say social stuff, but I had social stuff into the first week of January. Like there was a party the first week and then we even had my work holiday party last week. So social stuff has been going, but I feel like social things that I have planned are even more ramped up for the beginning of February. Like I said, I'm seeing my cousin tomorrow. I might hang out with Rose and go to First Saturdays at the Brooklyn Museum. It's happening tomorrow. They're doing a partnership with Kith, so may go to that. And then Super Bowl is coming up. Valentine's Day is coming up. The Grammys are this weekend. I feel like I've made like 3 or 4 other plans to hang out with people, and February is just like ramping up. So yeah, thinking about the new month, social-wise, budget-wise, gym-wise, I had such high hopes for January, but then I was thinking back, I think I said this in my last vlog, about how I got thrown off my rocker last January, and I really haven't been as consistent as like the time right before that since then, and I really want to get it together. So just trying to set myself up for success to get up next week. And I have a vlog from when I did this before, but it was like, I feel like it was like a week of workouts vlog that I did. And maybe I'll do that next time, like a week of workouts and just getting myself reoriented. And I started it in my building because it was like cooler at the time, but it was basically like what I do to jumpstart getting back into a routine where it's like, no matter what, just do it a couple days in a row. Like I think I did like 4 or 5 days in a row, and it was like, do it for the full week, like whether it's 3 workouts or it's 5 workouts, make sure I do them all this week, get myself up at the same time and just my body ready to be awake and doing that at that hour and just used to it and actually kind of craving it at the end of it where you're just like, no, I'm looking forward to it or I need it and my body just feels like I want to do it. So yeah, maybe we'll do like a weekend workouts or something like that next week. And then also, I don't meal prep, but I do plan my meals and think about like what I need to grocery shop, what I want to make, what I want to shoot for content, which is also what I eat because I don't just make stuff to make it. I feel like we didn't get into too much this vlog. I had my dentist appointment last week, ran a couple of errands, had a little coffee date, had some gym time this week in addition to going to the office in person. Not crazy eventful, but I do want to get on here and chit chat with you all a little bit more often about just what I'm thinking about and making sure that this content is both entertaining and useful. And I'm sharing my learnings because I'm just going through life, but there are things that I'm learning as I am an ambitious person, not just in work, but about certain areas of my life that I want to get to a certain place. So yeah, I want to share some of those things and maybe make these not too scripted, but a little bit more scripted and thought out when we're just having talking head videos and it's not as eventful, but I do love the vlog structure, so I want to keep that going. Give this video a thumbs up. You can drop me a comment. And yeah, I hope to see you all here next week. I upload these videos every Sunday at 10 a.m. Eastern time. I don't know if it adjusts for local time, whatever. I upload these videos every Sunday morning. And you can also catch me on TikTok and Instagram at The Pushed Envelope. So yeah, I will see y'all next week. Bye.